Well, it's an icy cold but bright spring afternoon here at the new Phakisa freeway in Belcombe, and we're here for rounds 13 and 14 of the Bankfin Touring Car Series. And the touring cars today running on the shortened circuit. It's tight, it's difficult, it's dusty, it's going to be great racing. And still out ahead in the championship, Janelle de Villiers and Duncan Foss in their Nissan Primeras, Sean van der Linde third in the Sassel BMW, but it's privateer Marco de Santos who's stolen the glory in qualifying for round 13 in his valid value Nissan Primera. And while his mechanics check the fuel on the car, it's a Nissan 123 at the head of the field, with Sean Watson-Smith the fastest of the rest, while the first 5 cars on the grid are covered by less than half a second. De Santos was delighted with qualifying. Marco, first time at Phakisa, first time on pole position.
Yes, I've been told that it's the first time a privateer has done it, so I'm really, really happy. I've got to really thank my team. They've prepared a great car. And my sponsors for giving me the opportunity to race the Primera. And yes, I'm over the moon. Now I just got to finish it off and win the race.
It's a tight circuit. That first corner, you've got to be in front to get ahead of you.
Yes, the first corner is going to be a bit tricky. They've put pole on the outside, which I'm not happy with. But I just got to have a good start, get ahead of Janelle, and hopefully go from there.
And I've been joined by Colin Hasty, one of the pro car drivers in the Bankfin series, as the cars come up to the start line for the start of round 13 of the Bankfin Touring Car Series. And as you heard Marco de Santos saying, he has to get to this first corner first.
And he's on the outside there. It's got to be slippery. We're in car with Watson-Smith here. Now he's going to get the drive. He's got to get the drive down early to have a go at Mark going up onto the turn 2, which is a tight first gear corner to the right as they come up. Hard on the brakes. Listen, he's got the slippery stuff. He's locked up and he runs wide.
Well, he'll still probably keep the position. It's De Santos first, followed by Janelle de Villiers, then Duncan Foss. One of the Audis has got past Watson-Smith. There's Michael Briggs, who started in 6th position. He's down to about 8th or 9th already as the two Audis have a go at each other.
Into each other. That's the slippery stuff we were talking about. And now they are down the back straight. Now we've got to watch the drive that they've got. That's Terry on the right-hand side, Anthony Taylor, and he bumps him off. Typical Terry, aggro as usual. Well,
we're seeing De Santos, de Villiers, Foss. There's the Audi of Chris Aberdeen up there as well. There's Michael Briggs in the Sassel BMW as we look at Marco de Santos.
Now this is maximum pressure for Marco. He's got Janelle de Villiers, 2-time champion right behind him. Guaranteed Marco wants to win this race. In car with Watson-Smith, coming onto the pit straight. They turn in. Now listen, has he got the drive? He's got good drive coming out of the corner here. You've got to watch the slippery part of the track. It's very, very dusty, aggressive on the tyres.
End of lap 1, Marco de Santos looking for his first win in Bankfin Touring Cars, as is Sean Watson-Smith as well. He won 4 or 5 years ago anyway, when we had the Super Touring, but he's still looking for a win in this formula.
Now Marco's pushing very, very hard. You've got to watch the tyres. The track's very, very aggressive on tyres. His tyres have got to stick with him for the end of the race, but it looks like he's pulling away from Janelle there. Absolutely fantastic driving by a super talented driver.
Well, some of the qualifying, Colin, was actually done on old tyres, wasn't it?
Yeah, we were finding that on the new tyres, a very abrasive surface, we weren't getting enough heating to the tyres, and it was graining them, which are very small tears over the surface of the tyre, and you don't get a lot of grip.
Once again, De Santos, the 3 Nissans still ahead, and behind there's Terry Moss, followed by Michael Briggs. Michael not having a good qualifying session, and we're back in car with Sean Watson-Smith, who's going to have a go down the...
Up the inside, and he's going to run wide onto the... Oh, he's got it. He's got the drive back, and he comes out of the corner. Really, really good maneuver there. These guys are 100% on the limit. When we say that they made a small little mistake, it's like a balancing act. They're on a thin high-tension wire. If they... 1 centimetre one side, 1 centimetre the other side, and they can go off. This is real high-tension stuff.
But it's excellent. We've got all the cars running all together, really. This is what touring cars is all about, isn't it?
Oh, and that's the other idea of running them on the short circuit, where you have lots of cars on a small portion of the track, and action all the way. There's one of the Audis, I think it's Chris Aberdeen, locking up, running wide, giving Dion Jabert a gap to come up on the inside. But it's still Marco de Santos who's really doing well. He's pulled a small gap away from Janelle, who's got Mark Peters right on his tail. Great stuff.
Once again, coming down the back, and the fastest part of the circuit, there's Marco de Santos, followed by the other 2 VP Nissans. We're in car with Mark Peters in 3rd position. The Englishman not having the best of seasons this year.
But I tell you what, he's doing really well today, right up there with Janelle, who's putting a bit of pressure on Marco. It looks like Janelle, he's not two-time champion for nothing. He's looked after his tyres in the opening lap, and it looks now that he's got the right kind of heat in them, and he's going to put maximum pressure on Marco. Marco is desperate to win this race. He's doing unbelievably well as a privateer to stay in front there. Can he keep the position?
Well, looking at Mike Briggs, ahead of him his teammate Sean van der Linde, and on the left-hand side, second in the championship as
Duncan Foss over there as they're turning in.
Is Sean going to keep it?
Oh, he's off. Now that's what we meant by running wide.
That's Michael Briggs running wide, and oh gosh, just misses the Audi, but loses it.
Now there's not a lot of lock on the steering on these cars because they sit so low, and that's why once he got a little bit too far out of shape, he had absolutely no chance of saving it.
Lap 7, it's De Santos, followed by De Villiers. Sean Watson-Smith in the first of the Petronas Opals. He's up there, chasing. This Opal's going really well at the moment. He's got past Mark Peters.
But look at the two of them, Marco and Janelle in the front there. There's going to be some tears here. They're really having a go at each other.
Fastest part of the circuit, 220 k's an hour.
And that's Janelle on the outside. Absolutely fantastic stuff. Is he going to make it?
Well,
whoa, they've got into each other. You see that little bit of lock? Janelle's run wide. Marco punted him off.
He's on the rough stuff. Is Janelle De Villiers, is he keeping it going? Yes, he just keeps it going. Just behind Chris Aberdeen in the Opal. It's still De Santos and Watson-Smith. Both of these drivers going for their first win in Bankfin touring cars.
Now, who wants to win it more? And more importantly, who's got the better tyres? They're coming up down the pit straight, past all the pit crews on the left-hand side, and that's Duncan Foss having a look up the inside of Sean.
It's De Santos, Watson-Smith, that's Mark Peters. Behind now one of the Audis up there.
Well, it's absolutely fantastic to see, the Opal and the Audi running up there right in the lead, and Watson-Smith going for it. Up the inside.
A tight turn as they go from the long circuit. This is the short little gap across. We're seeing Michael Briggs after his spin. He's got past Byron Buerta in the Nissan Sentra.
And Cliff Wilkinson ahead of him there.
Michael putting in some fast laps, but he's way behind, and his behind is also on its way.
Well, yeah, lost a bit of bumper trailing there. Hopefully it doesn't come off. Right, forward to lap 9, up the back straight, and you've got Sean Watson-Smith giving maximum pressure to Marco De Santos. The Audi coming up, looking up the inside of Mark Peters there. Absolutely fantastic. Right, in car with Sean through the quick stuff. Now listen to his throttle as he's looking for grip. It's really, really quick. The car's balanced on a knife edge. They're turning through this long right hand, and I'm going to have a look up the inside of De Villiers over there.
This is Sean van der Linde. We go back to the front. It's De Santos. Watson-Smith has a look down the inside. Has he got past him? Marco De Santos is going to fight. He's going to have the advantage as they come onto the pit straight. So it's still Marco De Santos, Sean Watson-Smith in the Opal. In third position is the second Nissan of Mark Peters, and gosh, it's all action.
And Watson-Smith coming on the brakes now. He's got better tyres here. Look at Marco's car. It's moving around a little bit. His tyres look like they're pretty shot. We've got to watch Sean here. He's got the quickest car on the track between him and Marco here, I think.
They take a dive down on the right-hand side. Sean's lost it. He's
on his
way to the barrier. No, he's not.
Trying to get back onto the tyre. Oh, it's too much. It's rear-wheel drive.
Oh,
whoa,
gosh.
Into the
Dion Joubert just had nowhere to go.
Well, I'll tell you what, that's 100% commitment from Sean. He's racing
and there is a
place.
very, very bent Sassel BMW on its way back to the pits. Is he going to be able to get there? That is the question. But gosh, that was a heavy impact.
Yeah, but you know what, Jonathan? He's got 100% commitment. He's racing for 5th position. These guys are paid well. He's doing the job for his manufacturer.
Let's have a look at the replay. There goes Sean off on the left-hand side, tries to bring it round, and almost skews straight across the track. Dion Joubert, nowhere to go, and he's got a broken left rear wheel.
Now remember that BMW's rear-wheel drive, which is why he got the oversteer, and it's Watson-Smith looking up the inside of...
got it,
and he runs wide again.
He's got off the other side.
What we were talking about earlier, very, very little room for error. Once you start sliding on the dirty part of the track, you're going to go off. Now,
Mark Peters and Aberdeen, they're off together. It's all round and roundabout.
You see the lights, he's stalled the car, he's not going to go anywhere.
Chris Aberdeen manages to keep it going in the engine Audi. He's back onto the track. Mark Peters.
Whoa, we've got the trio of Audi.
And not going to be very happy Audi drivers there as Chris Aberdeen came back on. And Mark Peters
He's trying to get out of that door. It's been bashed shut. Oh, give it a good kick, Mark. There you go. That'll make Glenn happy.
Yeah, maybe try the passenger side, and Sean van der Linde comes back to the pits. His door's gone already.
Yeah, the story of the doors. Now, what they'll do is they'll whip all of those parts off that BMW. It looks like superficial damage. Get the car ready for the second race.
Mark
These
Peters
guys want to
takes
win.
a slow walk back to the pits. We're on lap 14. Still Marco dos Santos in the lead.
And it looks like he's pulled out a little bit of a lead there. Absolutely fantastic stuff.
Sean Watson-Smith now back in third place after his little excursion. We've got Duncan Foss ahead, so it's the two Primeras. We've got an Opel. This is the fastest part of the track. Duncan Foss has a little look down the inside of Marco dos Santos.
But look at the speed that Sean's carrying. He's really quick through this car. This corner, this Opel is really working well. Marco's run wide.
Duncan's going to have a look down the inside.
And
contact once again.
into each other.
Duncan Foss is off. He's doing a little bit of farming, same place that Sean Watson-Smith went off. Janelle de Villiers, is he going to get back into third place ahead of Duncan Foss? We shall see.
Yeah, there you go. The Janelle's through. There's a bit of smoke coming out of the back of that car. I hope it isn't dropping oil down onto the circuit, which will make it unbelievably slippery for Duncan right behind him.
3 Nissan Primeras, 1 Opel Vectra, and it's Sean Watson-Smith. And Sean is all over on the slippery stuff, as we said before.
He's looking for grip with the accelerator, and he gets out there. There's that smoking Primera.
And Duncan Foss is off again. He's spun. That's his racer.
Jonathan, that's got to be oil going down there. It must be oil. It's you don't make so many mistakes like that.
Now Marco dos Santos has got quite a lead now. And further back, 4th, 5th and 6th, the engine Audis. Has been said, Colin, that Terry Moss's team orders get made up as we go along.
And there's absolutely no love lost between them there. Right, last lap. This is going to be mega pressure for dos Santos. You've got Watson-Smith, who's got a good car underneath him. You've seen how he's closed the gap there.
Still away behind. They're coming up to one of the slower pro cars as they go past Sean Watson-Smith. This is a quick right-hander. It's a nudge. Keep your foot on the accelerator.
And Sean's carrying good speed through there. Now we've got the long straight. He's going to get right tucked up behind Marco, get the toe. Look at him closing. This Opel can really truck down the straight.
Both of these drivers going for their first win in Bankfin Touring Cars this year. Marco dos Santos really needs this win. He is so passionate about his motor racing, but Watson-Smith is right behind him. Is he going to have a look down the inside?
Marco's running wide. He's got wide, off line there. Sean's having a look up the inside.
Together. Oh, goodness gracious, the last corner.
And Watson-Smith hard on the brakes there. Well, I tell you what, Marco opened the door. You don't open the door twice to Sean. He's in there. He
kept his
took the
second place,
opportunity.
Marco dos Santos, but Sean Watson-Smith looks like he's going to take his first win of the year. Marco dos Santos, and he's, look,
no, the tyres are wrecked. The tyres are absolutely wrecked on that Primera.
And Janelle de Villiers has got past him. So first, Sean Watson-Smith, second, Janelle de Villiers, and in third place, the man who led for 16 3/4 laps, Marco dos Santos. And the 3-engine Audis of Terry Moss, Chris Aberdeen and Anthony Taylor scoring valuable points.
Well, I'll tell you what, Marco's really going to want to have a good talk to Sean down back in the pit.
Well, he certainly did. A nice, quiet chat he wanted. Sean, race ending in a bit of controversy there. What happened?
Well, it was a pretty up and down race the whole way. And Marco was having a problem through the second fast right-hander, and on the last lap I was pressurising him through the first one, and he ran wide, a full car width off the line through the second last one. He was sideways, and as he got it straight, he tried to come across to cover his line, and I was already there.
What a win for Petronas Opel, pending a bit of a query maybe?
No, I'm ecstatic. I'm sure I'll be exonerated. I feel confident that it was a legitimate move. I'm just ecstatic for the team. The hard work has paid off. They've worked incredibly hard to make sure this car gets to the front, and I'm just so happy for the guys.
We go to later in the afternoon and round 14 of the Bankfin Touring Car Series, and it's Michael Briggs who qualified fastest
on old tyres.
On old tyres. That's quite amazing, isn't it?
Absolutely. You know, that goes back to what we were saying earlier on about the new tyres versus the old tyres. The less rubber they've got on, the longer they last.
Yeah, you know, this is an incredibly slippery track with all the dust on it if you just go offline, but what I'm trying to do here is sort of find the limits in a practice session, because I don't want to be doing that in the race. It's been a lot of hard work to put the car on pole, and I don't want to ruin that in the race. I want to go out and stay in the front when I'm there. So.
Well, Michael Briggs in pole position. Let's see if he can stay in front. He's got Dion Joubert on his left-hand side, and behind him, Sean Watson-Smith, winner of round 14. They're into the first corner, and Michael is kept ahead.
Dion's on the inside. Now listen to him stabbing at the throttle. He's looking for the grip. He wants the car to turn in with the back to come round. He's got good drive coming out of there. Up into turn 2, this very tight first gear right-hander. hard on the brakes, and he's looking for a turn in. Michael's run wide there.
Well, Dion Joubert just returned from a sojourn to the States where he drove a stock car, and we're in car with Sean van der Linde, who we saw go out in that first heat with a smashed car. The team done a brilliant job in rebuilding it.
Right, and he's got race one leader for most of the race there, Marco dos Santos ahead of him as they turn through another quick sweep right onto the back straight.
So we've got Michael Briggs, Dion Joubert, Sean Watson-Smith. Behind them is the first of the Nissan Primeras. That's Janelle de Villiers. And, oh gosh, Dion goes round the inside. Sean Watson-Smith has a look as well. We've got a new leader, Dion Joubert, in the Petronas Opel.
And that's Mike defending from Sean as they turn in through the second of the very tight hairpin. Right, look at the sun, how low it is. It's going to be in their eyes. They've got to be careful looking for the apex of the corner here.
In car with Anthony Taylor, a man who won one round, or has won one round of the Bankfin Touring Car Series this year at Kyalami, and it's a bit of door handle stuff.
Yeah.
Finishing the first lap, Dion Joubert manages to keep his lead.
It's Briggsy up around the outside, but look, he's kept his second place.
As the rest of the field, two abreast. We're looking back from Mike Briggs' car in second position. We're looking at winner of round 13, Sean Watson-Smith. He's having a great race meeting today.
I'll tell you what, the Opals are really going today. They've done their homework and they've come out and these cars are flying.
So we've got Joubert, Briggs, Watson-Smith as the rest of the field follows them in. This has been superb at racing so far at the new Phakisa circuit.
It's been absolutely fantastic. Part of the reason of using the short track was to keep the cars bunched up. Just a pity that it's so cold. You know, the track temperature is something like 17 degrees. These tyres really like 30 degrees.
So we've got Watson, Smith, Taylor and Briggs as they head down to the right-hander. This is the battle for second position.
Right, who's got the big ones up around the outside?
Anthony Taylor is the man, and Michael Briggs dives down the inside of Watson-Smith. We've got Dion Joubert up ahead. We're in car with
Duncan's been hit.
He's been hit behind and he's taken out Watson-Smith. Michael Briggs has spun as well. It's all over the park.
Duncan didn't have a chance there. He got smacked from behind and he really was a passenger as he drove into Watson-Smith.
And Duncan Voss looks like he's on... Yes, he's turned it round as well. That was with Chris Aberdeen. So
look where he's parked. And you remember the steering angle we spoke about? He's looking to try and turn the car around. And there's George Note and Sean van der Linde going off wide there.
It's all over. It must be totally slippery out there.
Well, yeah, look at the dust. You can actually see the dust blowing across the track there. That dust gets into the track and, oh man, it's really slippery.
Duncan Voss, he's not going anywhere, is he? So it's Joubert, Taylor, Marco dos Santos, and dos Santos starting 7th, suddenly is up in 3rd position.
Yeah, well, all the other guys are parked at the side of the track there.
There's Duncan leaving his car. Now, that's in a nasty part of the circuit. In fact...
Yeah, red flag.
So nasty, they are stopping the race.
Right, let's have a look at the replay there at that incident. Right, you've got the Primeras coming in. That's Marco dos Santos. He's tagged another Primera, second time in 2 races, and Duncan's a passenger into the Opel.
Right.
Can't do anything there.
So that's how Sean Watson-Smith came off. That's how dos Santos got all the way up to 3rd position. And here we see Duncan
another
spin.
Replay. Yeah, Duncan turning in on the Audi. Didn't leave him any room. Again, the wheel lock of the car. There's not enough wheel lock.
Mark Peters has to avoid. Cliff Wilkinson avoids, as does Byron Buerta and Janelle de Villiers way back. Now we're going to the restart now. They've restarted the race. Janelle de Villiers hasn't made the restart.
No, he hasn't. Oh, you've got Sean right on the outside of the Audi. Now he's going to get the drive to go into this turn 2, which remember, first gear, very tight. He's going to hard on the brake and he turns it in. Beautiful stuff. And he's got the drive. He's got beautiful track position there. Hard on the gas, out the corner and down onto the back straight there.
So up ahead we have Dion Joubert, followed by Marco dos Santos. Once again, dos Santos behind an Opel.
Are we going to see a repeat of what happened on the first race, or is this Marco's revenge?
Well, of course, Sean Watson-Smith, the man who was with dos Santos at that time, and Sean way back at the moment. So here is Dion Joubert. We're in car with Sean van der Linde in the first of the Sassel BMWs. He's in 5th position at the moment. This is
into the long right-hander here. Now it's very, very slippery offline where that Audi's run wide. Now down hard on the brakes, first gear, turn it in, get it onto the apex, feed the power in as they come out. Marco's actually closed in on Dion Joubert there. Have a look at that.
Marco dos Santos really is the find of this season in Bankfin touring cars.
And I'll tell you what, they've got that privateer Primera really working well. They've guys have put in a lot of hard work. He's got factory spec engine, but still needs a little bit of good driving.
On to lap 6, still Dion Joubert, but now Marco's right up behind him.
And Marco's pushing him. Right, there we got the rest of the pack coming through after the the whole mix-up of the second start. Now we must remember that we take the time of the first part of the race and add that to the time of the second part of the race, and the guy with the shortest combined race time, he's going to be the guy who wins the race. So let's see how it all pans out.
Well, as you can see, it's getting a bit dark, and Sean van der Linde has spun it again and seems to have taken a knock there for the second time in the weekend, and that's his bumper.
Well, you know, we were talking about the margin for error. These guys, they are really, really on the limit all the time. 5 k's an hour too quick, and you've thrown the car away. There's the Audi showing the evidence of that crash. Now he's rubbing a tyre against the bodywork. I don't think it's going to last.
Well, it's been all action here at the Phakisa Freeway. Sean Watson-Smith chasing the BMW through, and that Audi is going to lose some tyres.
Right, 4 to lap 10. Now you've got Marco. Look at him. He's moving left and right, trying to get Dion to think where he's going to go, but that Opel is really quick through the fast part of that corner over there. Right, coming into this tight first gear right-hander. Get the drive out. Marco's got good one here.
Marco right up beside, going to have a look on the outside of the next corner. He's Joubert almost forcing him up a little bit.
And look how he turns in to come up the inside. Now remember, we're going into turn 1, which is a left-hand corner. Marco's going, yeah, there he goes, up the inside. Now remember, it's slippery there.
Let's see what he can do. It's, well, they're neck and neck as they go. This corner goes round on itself. A bit
goes on forever. Yeah, small little touch, but remember, both of these guys want to win. They're desperate for it. This is hard racing, good close stuff.
Now Marco's on the right-hand side. You can't see him at the moment.
Up the inside.
And he's
one back. Wee, Marco. Another one.
Oh, no love lost here.
That's not just kissing each other. That's, well, hell, get out the way. I'm coming through.
And Marco dos Santos takes the lead at round 14 of the Bankfin Touring Car Series. Nice bit of driving there.
Yeah, look, it was a bit close, but, you know, that sort of nudging of paint, yeah, it's marginally acceptable. Good stuff. Marco's through into the lead. Now, what he's got to do, he finished quite a way behind on the first part of the race. He finished away behind. He's got to pull out 4 seconds. I hope his pit crew have got in touch with him and said to him, Marco, stick your head down and go like a bat out of hell.
Well, with somebody as experienced as Dion Joubert behind him, it's not going to be that easy to get a 4-second lead when all the cars are so competitive.
No, it's certainly not going to be easy.
And out of the 3rd position, Anthony Taylor parks his engine Audi. Mark Peters, and Mark has spun for the 2nd time of the meeting. He's really not having a good day.
No, and he's battling to find a gear. Right, there he goes, across the dirt, brings some more dirt to the track. There you go.
Well, Sean van der Linde has in fact lost his bumper, but it's the last lap again. It's Marco dos Santos, it's Dion Joubert. Are we going to see the Primera Opel dice that we saw in round 13? Well, there is the winner of round 13, Sean Watson-Smith.
But you know what? Marco hasn't got that 4-second lead that he needs to win on combined race time.
Well, he does cross the line in 1st position ahead of Dion Joubert. His delighted team think that he has won, but he in fact finished 2nd.
And when you add the race times together, there's 2.5 seconds in it.
Terry Moss and Chris Aberdeen complete a good afternoon's racing for Engine Audi, and it's Joubert's first win for Opel.
I'm very happy. I'm so impressed with my guys. You know, in the first race we had a big crash with Sean van der Linde, and they fixed the car, and really I could feel no different to the car, and it was just fantastic. Starting on a little bit because the alternator belt fell off, but at the end of the day the battery lasted and we were lucky, and I was just very, very happy. I haven't won a race since 1995, so I can add to my win rate, and I'm just very happy.
Delighted Dion Joubert with Marco dos Santos and Terry Moss, and Marco dos Santos' performance at Phakisa take him to 2nd position in the championship, still 64 points behind Janelle de Villiers, and Duncan Foss only 2 points behind. In the Manufacturers' Championships, well, Nissan have run away with it, but Audi, BMW, that clash will be taken to East London for the next round of the Bankfin Touring Car Series.